What technology are you shocked has not advanced yet? Passwords. Especially entering them with an on-screen alphabet selector like it's a 1986 Nintendo game. There are so many better ways to secure things than this, and all the hassles that go with forgetting them, resetting them, etc. Curing acne. The legal code. Computer programmers have come up with beautiful collaborative change tracking systems like Git that let you easily make changes to a huge base of code, track who changed what, submit and resolve conflicting versions of updates, etc. But when we pass a new bill that replaces or modifies an old law, it is always some 300-page document with pages of subsection F. Paragraph 3 will be modified to read XYZ. Why not put the laws into a Git repository and make it easy for bills to just modify the existing history to say what you want it to say? And why not have the transparency to see exactly what changes and who implemented that change? Want to slip some pork for your district into an unrelated bill? Air travel. Why does it take the same time to fly somewhere as it did 30 years ago? Because the plane designs are still 30 years older, and no one likes the noise of Concorde. Phone service. It's 2020. The quality of sound and service should be vastly improved by now. Around 20 years ago, I was promised a cloned woolly mammoth. Then, I read about a plan to reverse engineer elephants back into mammoths. Look, I don't need to know the ins and outs. Just make the damn mammoth. Washers and dryers. I don't want to have to touch cold, wet, heavy clothes. Why can't I just put my load of dry, dirty clothes into a machine and then pull out a load of dry, clean clothes? There are washer-dryer combo units. They generally take longer, but since you don't have to move laundry from one to the other, you can start it just before going to bed or work or something. Some even have timers that will re-warm the clothes, so if you want to make sure to get them folded before they wrinkle, or want a fresh warm towel in the morning, you can. Yep, they exist. They just require $300 of maintenance a month and work one time out of two. Signed, Europe. Random, but shampoo bowls in a salon. Getting your hair washed is great until you feel the whole weight of your body resting on your C7. I want my flying car I was promised. People can barely drive regular cars. You want them shits to fly. 911 dispatch. Listened to the latest SYSK podcast and then started looking into it. Really odd. Printers. We can land a robot on a rock millions of miles away, and have it send pictures back to us. Hard, but we've done it multiple times. Want to print out those pictures in black and white? Sorry, you're out of magenta. Also, the paper jammed. That we can't put enamel back on teeth. The school system. That's a feature, not a bug. I'm not sure if you can include this in technology, but dentistry is still pretty archaic. Insured dental care lags behind what's possible. I had to get a crown recently and the dentist was zipping back and forth making putty molds for the crown, grinding down my temporary after having me bite in paper, sending me home for a week to wait until the permanent crown was ready. All the annoying shit. My dad went to his dentist and they put his x-rays into a program that modeled the crown for a 3D printer. He left the office 1 hour later with the permanent crown in place. Cups. I want innovation, damn it. Have you not seen those ones where you pour hot stuff in them and a picture appears? Basically up there with AI and a cure for cancer. Umbrellas. Parasols have been around for millennia, and they still kinda suck. Windshield wipers. We have an entire emoji alphabet complete with skin color tones, gender neutrality, but we still can't write SMS with bold italics or underlines. Yes, I know that WhatsApp, Telegram, and thousands of other apps support formatting with asterisks, markdown, etc. The point is, SMS doesn't support bold and italics when it does support skin tone and gender-neutral emojis. Expressing medium skin tone gender unidentified person shrugging seems a lot more specific than expressing bold or italics. Bank security cameras. Not sure if it counts as technology, but you'd think in 2020 there would be a better way to check for strep throat than making me deep throat a popsicle stick. How is it that Al-Qaeda can send videos from a cave in Afghanistan but I can't get 4G LTE 20 minutes away from my house? Dust pans that don't leave a coke line of dirt. Space travel, direct brain interface. Pain, how to get rid of pain in a non-addictive way. Printers, don't even get me started on the ones at my lab. Paper in the load tray are perfectly fine. Time for the printer to crumple a tiny edge and then scream paper jam and halting everything else until you take that one piece of paper out. It's all good though. That'll buy you about 5 minutes before it repeats itself. Someone forgot to load paper before starting the day and the printer happens to run out. Surprise! The printer has just locked down all tests on the machine and requires that paper be loaded, and then the machine itself needs to be rebooted and reloaded for an extra 20 minutes before proceeding. This one printer is going to be the sole reason for me having an aneurysm one of these days. Showers. Why doesn't every shower have a thermostat so that I can just dial in the temperature I want? Why do I have to perform alchemy with these two knobs? Test the water several times, and still get scalded when my wife obliviously turns on the washing machine mid-shower. Here's the temperature I want. Maintain this temperature. You can buy one to replace your standard hot-cold knobs, but why aren't they everywhere in every single shower? Elevators. Why can we not unpress a button that has been clicked? I'm still shocked that with all our medical research we haven't found any cure or reliable treatment for baldness. Jeff Bezos is bald. Proof that money will not cure it. He just doesn't give a flying f***. Elon Musk was clearly balding in his late 20s, but he's got hair implants and now he has full head of hair. If Jeff Bezos wanted hair, he could have it in few months. Irons. Somehow, I simultaneously can remove and create new wrinkles. This cannot be the pinnacle. Toilets and toilet paper. Specifically in the US. Over the course of a few hundred years all we did was essentially add water to the hole we're shitting in so we don't need to keep digging new holes. Why is it still the norm to use dry paper to clean your dirty butthole? I'm aware that I can get a bidet. The problem is that no public restroom use them and I do over half of my shitting outside of my home bathroom. This is the only correct answer. We went from using a hole in the ground to using a ceramic hole with water in it, at which point we declared this is the pinnacle of shitting technology and just fucking stopped trying. Japan never stopped though. Their toilets are like magic compared to every toilet I've ever shit in. Birth control. IUDs aren't foolproof. Lots of people don't like condoms. The pill has tons of negative side effects. I'm ready for someone to figure it out. To all of those suggesting abstinence. That's not the point of my post. Lots of people want to have sex without worrying about pregnancy. Children should not be considered a consequence of sex. Be gay. 100% foolproof birth control. Ocean floor mapping, scanning. The ocean is big, like really big and very deep. We have a craft capable of withstanding the enormous pressure at the bottom of the Marianas Trench. But we can only stay down there for so long. Imagine trying to map your entire floor using a magnifying glass. But each trip down to the floor, you have to hold your breath. Then come back up when you need to take a breath. Also imagine you have to give $1 to your friend each time you want to go down to get more data. It's big, deep, and each trip is expensive. Regardless of that, we still have some amazing ocean floor maps gained from satellite and sonar detection. So while we haven't seen most of the ocean floor, we have a pretty damn good idea of what it looks like. Allergy control. How are there no permanent cures for allergies yet? I'll never know how awesome it must be to own a German Shepherd, and so many people won't ever know how good peanut butter is. Ziploc bags for cereal boxes. Not technology, but our understanding of nutrition. Every week, X is bad for you, and then next week it's good for you. A grad student studies the effect of on mice and finds it correlates with. The university media department has a slow day and issues a press release which notes that is found in trace quantities far below the levels relevant to the study, leaving out every word in this sentence after. The general media picks up on this and distorts it even further than the university press release. America's #1 gut doctor urges all Americans, throw out this one food immediately, and buy probiotic supplements. Dream recording. I still await the day we will be able to watch the stupid things our brains came up with just because you've met a friendly dog a week prior. In my country it's the internet. Nobody has said nuclear fusion yet. About 40 years ago they said we would have it in 20 years. Microwave doors. There is no such thing as a quiet microwave door, yet we can know what chemicals are in space thousands of light years away. Packaging. I should be able to open a cereal box without tearing it and be able to open a scissor container without scissors. Birth control. They still haven't come out with one without nasty side effects. Phone call quality still uses codecs from the 80s, which sound like they date from the 1880s. CCTV footage still looking like it was recorded by a potato. Replacement teeth. A number of my teenage clients have hereditary dental problems and the blow to their self-esteem is such a shame. Waste disposal. We still bury most of it in the ground. Brass. You'd think that we wouldn't still be wearing the metal death traps of our grandmothers suffering, but nope. You see the new bra every few years but it never catches on. My back hurts. Stickers. Is 2020 and I'm still dealing with goddamn sticker residue. TI-84 calculators. Literally the exact same price today as they were 10 years ago when I bought one. Hearing aids. Still kinda crappy. Really bad in groups and with surrounding noise. I remember talking to an ent about this over 20 years ago, and he assumed that since baby boomers were about to really start needing help, especially after we all blew our inner ears out, that the technology would boom with us. The entire DMV process. Ski lifts. They seem so sketchy. I ride them all the time and if you're not a total numbskull they aren't that dangerous. They also get inspected all the time and have to pass all sorts of tests. But I understand where you're coming from, they do look kind of sketchy. Frost the whole Pop-Tart already. No cure for tinnitus. Just put some nanobots in my ear and make the ringing go away.